So I'm dropping off some dry cleaning. Dress shirt, short sleeve shirt, pair of short pants, long pants, only 130 baht. So $5. But I usually come over to this part of town to do all my dry cleaning because all the dry cleaning places are too expensive for me. So this is my secret place. Open top. That's one of the few things I love about living here in Bangkok. Cheap dry cleaning. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm here at one of my favorite places to go eat and drink at. This place called Udom Souk. So about maybe a 10-minute walk from BTS Udom Souk. It's a very local place over here. So I figured why not shoot a video over here. You know, in this video I'm going to talk about my top 5 things that I love about Bangkok. I feel like recently most of the videos I've been making a little bit too serious. So I want to make something a little bit more lighthearted and something a little bit more enjoyable while Thai people around me are staring at me filming this video. One of the things I really love about Bangkok per se is the amount of food options and food varieties in this place. I think for the past week I've eaten at probably 10 to 15 different kinds of cuisines in different countries. Some as simple as a $3 rice plate to something you're spending 40 or 50 US dollars. So one of the things I love about living here so much is that you can definitely local down or you can fancy up. And I think for me, when it comes to choosing a country to live at, food is especially important to me. Food is a big part of my culture, a big part of my personality. So, if you're trying to domicile in a different place, you got to figure out how's the food options over there. And even if you don't like eating the local food, if you prefer sticking with Western food, well, does this country have decent Western options? Whether it's a chain place or maybe a mom and pop place. So food variety and food selection is what I love about Bangkok, and they're extremely accommodating when it comes to food selection in this country. It is the last week of September, so we're kind of in like this weird transitional season where it's still rainy season. You're still going to get massive, crazy thunderstorms and rain, but every morning it's crazy, ridiculously hot. So right now it's a weird transition between rainy season and high season, aka very, very hot, sunny weather. Now the second point that I want to make, the second thing I love about Bangkok is I love the people. And the people are fantastic. Whether it's the local Thais or the expats, everybody here for the most part, whether if there's a language barrier or not, one thing I really love about the expats and love about the Thais is that the things that bring those two communities together, family values. Just very traditional, conservative family values for the most part. Granted, this is one of the countries where it's a very open-minded, very Buddhist, karmic country. They're accepting of all things, all faiths, religions, lifestyles for the most part, but for the most part, it's very, very family-oriented. Traditional family values where, it's very patriarchal, where each gender abides by its respective roles. And when there's an understanding between, male gender roles and female gender roles, then they can work cohesively together as a family unit. That part is still very much respected here in Thailand, and that's the preferred way of doing things amongst Thais and amongst expats. There's an understanding of that. So that's one thing I really love about here. I just love the people over here. Also, another thing is that you are a product of your environment. And, when you're an expat living here for a long time, you generally, for the most part, you have a much more positive attitude. Granted, there are still a few exceptions where people just screw off and not do shit with their lives. But, yeah, that's one thing I love about here is that I'm very happy with the community that you cultivate with the Thais, with the expats, because there's a similar understanding of this Thai cultural and lifestyle that people want to be a part of. And I'm much more closer with the people that I've met here than I have back home with my friends back in California. So yeah, if you do plan on being ingratiated in this culture, the people are what matters here. I'm not much of a beer drinking kind of guy. I think beer just makes you fat and kills off a lot of testosterone. But even if I were to drink beer, out of all the Thai beers, I prefer Leo and probably Heineken. San Miguel Light if I'm trying to cut back some carbs. Those are my only options. Thank God there's no Budweiser or Bud Light. Those beers are crap. Now, my third favorite thing of why I love Bangkok is the convenience. The convenience when I talk about is the ease of travel. You know, you can take the BTS, which is the SkyTrain. You can the MRT, which is pretty much like the underground subway, to travel around. There's many stops and it covers a lot of ground here in Bangkok. You can take the Grab. You can take Grab motorbike if you have a risk tolerance, which my risk tolerance is pretty high. I love taking Grab motorbikes to travel from place to place. Or you can even take a Grab car. You don't necessarily need to have a car to get from point A to point B in Bangkok, which is why I love traveling around here in this wonderful city. There's so much convenience whether it comes to transportation from left and right. Now, here's also another big convenience that I've covered in a past video, is that compared to a lot of Western countries, and especially in America, one thing I really love about Bangkok, there are zero zoning regulations. In the San Francisco Bay Area, where I'm originally from, you have your residential area and then you have your commercial area. Now, where I live, if I wanted to go to a nice restaurant, you know, a nice bar, I would have to drive 30 to 40 minutes to the city of San Francisco and pay, I don't know, something ridiculous like maybe $30 or $40 for 6 hours of parking. Something completely outrageous and expensive. Over here, you don't deal with any of that bullshit over here. There are no zoning regulations in Bangkok. You can live in your condo and you can walk across the street, go to your favorite restaurant / local bar. After that, you can go to your favorite hospital right across the street. And then maybe from a 10-minute walk, you can go to some of the more, red light district type of establishments. Whether that's a good thing or that's a bad thing, that's up to you. Personally, I think it's a good thing just because I really enjoy the convenience of how everything is so close to each other. And, you know, if you don't enjoy the convenience, there are plenty of suburban communities called Mubans that are all over Bangkok. So if you want to live in a secluded Muban area, you have that option. But then you can also move 20 minutes away from that and live in a condo where everything is so close and situated with each other. And I think that's more and more common in Asia, where you have that type of setup. I know Hong Kong used to be like that. I don't know, not so much now, because that whole place has been completely gentrified. Yeah. Anyways, that's for another discussion, but that's one of the reasons why I love about this place, is that they just make life easy. You know, they make shit easy for you to live in this country and to travel. It's convenience. Number 3. I gotta hurry up and finish this video. Weather is looking kind of shitty right now. Now, the fourth thing that I love, and it's no big surprise why people move over to Southeast Asia, in Thailand, the Philippines in general, is that the fourth thing I really love about living here in Bangkok, one of my favorite things, why I love this city so much, is the value that you get from living in this country. The cost of my dollar with the value that I'm getting, whether it comes to food, cost of living, the condos that I'm living at, you know, I get so much value out of it. So for example, I live in a 75 square meter, 2-bedroom, 2-bath in a relatively affluent neighborhood. And I'm currently paying around, and every month I'm paying 30,000 baht for that. So that's around 800, between 850 to 890 US. You know? And the value that I get and the peace of mind that I get for how much I pay compared to that same price performance over in the United States, it's probably going to be a 2x or a 3x of that total cost. With that money left over, you can use that towards, I don't know, investing. You know, when people say that money doesn't buy happiness, yeah, I somewhat agree with that. But it sure as hell solve 98% of your problems if you view money as a tool and as a resource to get things done. I would have to say, ever since my time over here in Bangkok, you know, with the money that I'm earning, I'm able to save and invest roughly around 60 to 70% of the money that I earn into assets. You know, whether it comes to real estate, whether it comes to getting into ETFs. I'm a big ETF guy. So real estate, ETF, I dabble a little bit in cryptocurrency, maybe around 3 to 5% of my portfolio. but I'm able to have money left over and I would invest that money. I'm not much of a big spender. I think my only big costs are, I'll spend probably $100 US at a very premium gym that I go to. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's like my only biggest expense because I love going to the gym. I go to the gym 4 to 5 times a week, and I want to train at a gym where it has a very nice setup, good aircon, good machines, good weights. I just want to be in a great training environment, and I will spend $100 US to train at a nice gym here in Bangkok. I'm not going to tell you which gym I train at, but if I do see you guys at the gym, come say hi. Love to meet you guys. Other than spending a shit ton of money at the gym, my expenses are very, very low. I'm a very frugal guy. I keep things to a minimum. And with that money that I save, I invest that money. Good value, love it here. My biggest advice is that when it comes to value estimation and price performance, be conscious and do a lot of price comparison, whether you're comparing how much money you earn to, let's say, your standard of living in the Philippines or in Romania or whatever country you decide to become an expat and domicile at. But I can only speak for Bangkok. You get amazing value here in Bangkok. The weather is not looking too good right now. And when it comes to the weather here in Bangkok, the weather in Thailand, it goes from sprinkling to downright heavy ass pouring in a matter of seconds. I don't want to take that risk. I just heard slight thunderstorm, so let's get out of here for now. All right, so I had to postpone this video for a little bit. It started raining like effing crazy. Sometimes I don't understand this country. It's hot, sunny as shit, and then it starts pouring rain. It makes this country very interesting. But my fifth and final favorite thing that I love about Bangkok, the women. Why do I love women so much? If you're a single guy, I guess you can take the position of, just being a playboy. You can see 4, 5, 10 ladies at a time. Being a complete playboy, because there are generally a lot more women than there are men in this country, including foreigners and expats. I'm in my mid-30s right now. I'm actually saying this from a position of more on the serious side. Thailand, when it comes to women, is one of the best places that you can find a traditional family-oriented woman, settle down, get married, and start a family with, compared to Western countries. I've made past videos about how much I don't like woke women, wokeism, all this other shit. If you guys are struggling with dating back home in the West, consider Thailand, because this country here in Thailand, it's one of the highest probabilities that you can find a family-oriented woman and start a wonderful family together. I definitely approve dating here in Thailand. However, to kind of caveat this point, if you want to find a quality Thai woman here, you yourself have to be a quality man. You have to be a quality man as well too. You can't be just some fat, lazy slob, not doing shit with your lives. And, the dating scenario of how it is 10 years ago in Thailand, dating in Thailand 10 years ago to now. 10 years ago, you don't even have to try much. You can just be a white guy, and you can easily pull women here 10 years ago. But it's not the case anymore. Just because you're white doesn't mean you're automatically guaranteed success. Just because there's more competition now, the standards have changed. So, to end this point, if you want to attract a quality woman here in Thailand, you yourself have to be a quality man as well. If you want a quality woman, you have to be a quality man. If you're not a quality man, then you're gonna end up getting shit low quality women. So just keep that in mind. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me, folks. These are my favorite things why I love Thailand, why I love Bangkok, excuse me. And hope you guys are doing well. Love you guys. See you guys in the next video. Peace.